Hello, Badgers. Sam Cooper here. I've just got back from a great week in Harrogate, my first BTME, and had absolutely amazing time. So I didn't really know what to expect, and it was great. It was just a festival of greenkeeping, and met so many great people. People I've already met on my travels, and introduced new people, and everyone just having a great time out on Weatherspoons till the early hours of the morning, as it's meant to be. Over the week, we did a few interviews as well, so expect some Badger content to come over the next couple of weeks. We started it off with an interview of Jim Croxton. Jim is the CEO of BIGGA, who organised BTME, and we were incredibly lucky that he was able to spend half an hour with us just at the start talking about what it is, how it started, how he got into BIGGA, and arranging such a big event. We'll do a proper long interview with Jim at some point, so keep your ears peeled for that. But until then, I hope you enjoy this and the upcoming episodes from our run at BTME.
I've got about 20 minutes because I've got to do another presentation.
Perfect.
So I know
Right.
this is.
You
by the
know,
way, I don't know if Bledge has told you, I'm so keen to be on the podcast and do
Yeah,
like a
we're
7
gonna
hour.
get you a
I am a
proper
proper
one,
badger. So I'm a badger at everything. I'm a cricket badger, golf badger, rugby badger, everything.
football coach badger.
A football coach badger. Yeah, my team lost 6-5 yesterday in my absence. Last minute loser.
He's
We were
getting
5-3 down.
Someone
No,
getting
no,
sacked,
my
is that-
assistant. Yeah, my assistant. Bless him.
Bring him in.
So yeah, my boys.
So come on, Badge, give him a
Yeah,
proper
so
introduction.
we joined in the Badger set now by Jim Croxton, CEO of BIGGA, and I guess the guy who's in charge with his
Busy
incredible
week.
team of providing all us lucky greenkeepers with, for me, what has been a fantastic event for ever since I've been coming, since I've probably been 17, 18 years old. Would you have been aboard then, Jim, would you? 'Cause that's when it was really good.
Yeah. This is my 11th BTME working for BIGGA. Hello, guys, by the way. Thanks for having me. Great to be with you, and I really enjoy the podcast. 11 BTMEs working for BIGGA. I attended probably 5 or 6 before that in various previous roles in the golf industry. So I love it. But actually, when I joined BIGGA and experienced the real BTME, which is actually staying here for multiple days and doing more than just looking at shiny mowers or fertilizers and seeds, and actually that's really important to us. You know, the exhibition is the thing that drives the event. Without their investment, the exhibitors, the 125 exhibitors this year, the event doesn't take place. But equally, if you guys don't turn up, looking at you now, Bledge as a course manager who's somebody that the exhibitors want to talk to, then the event doesn't happen either. So it's such an interesting event, the combination of exhibition, incredible education program, which my colleagues put together year on year. We like to think world beating. We've got record numbers in that this year, which is fantastic. We're really back now after the pandemic, having had 2 or 3 lean years. But then everything else, I saw you at dinner last night. You're having a great time, sat talking about greenkeeping with all your best mates.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And I've been doing the same in a different restaurant. So it's a wonderful week, and I have this rather kind of cliched phrase, but greenkeepers arrive in Harrogate with problems and they leave with solutions, and where they find those solutions can be anywhere. It's a chance conversation, it's an exhibitor, it's a new product, it's an education program, or it's just a chat in the corridor or in the bar. It could be anything. So
you can't walk 5 steps without bumping into something. And it's what we're talking about with Dan Lightfoot as well, is the fact that you always make new friendships at Harrogate. You always come away with a new number on your phone or a new contact or someone asking for some help or advice. I mean, the people you'll meet this week, Sam, will be incredible and great for your career as well. Someone that's starting out in architecture, and now especially with meeting Jim, who's in charge of kind of all our education, and so it's a fantastic opportunity.
Well, I think obviously this week, Jim, you're probably the busiest person in Harrogate.
That's
So-
Sammy Strutt is.
it's not Sammy anymore. So neither of us now can lay claim to that because
She's moved up.
we've moved up. We were nicknamed the day a swan because we just sort of swan in and out of everything that we go to, because we have, apart from the odd presentation at conferences and things, we have no specific responsibility. Our incredible team, there's 24 in the team currently, so 22 of them have all got huge responsibility. I said at our dinner last night, every single person is critical in their own way to making all this kind of come together. So yeah, it's busy though. you can't, as you say, you can't walk 5 steps. So.
Well, we're very grateful for you taking the time out. I think one day when it's not BTME week and there's a bit more time, it would be good to have the proper, Jim, this is your life kind of thing.
Oh gosh, right.
So when time now is a bit limited, why don't we talk about BTME? Because it's the reason we're here.
Yep.
And obviously, Bledge, you've been coming for a long time. As you've said, Jim, it's my first time visiting. So for the people out there who haven't been before, can you tell us what it is, where did it start, and what your role is within it all?
Absolutely. So I am currently the Chief Executive of the British and International Golf Greenkeepers Association. Previously was a member of staff at the PGA for 16 years, and so worked in golf all my life, grew up on a golf course. So that's my golf badger credentials, hopefully semi-established. I joined BIGGA myself in 2011. So this is going to be my 11th BTME that we're working on now. Every year apart from 21 with the pandemic. BTME stands for the BIGGA Turf Management Exhibition. It started in 1989 as the European Turf Management Exhibition. Our company was formed in 87, so we began the conference a couple of years later. It then became, I think, the British Turf Management Exhibition and eventually settled on the BIGGA Turf Management Exhibition. BTME, as it's known, Harrogate Week to other people, see you in Harrogate, that kind of stuff. It's always been in town. It's been in Harrogate and in the Harrogate Convention Centre ever since 1989, but it's grown arms and legs. And it is an event for anybody who is involved in the turf management industry. So that's not just golf. We have people here from all sports, from landscaping. We have a lot of people here from private schools, independent schools, who have some of the biggest budgets in the industry. Actually, they're pretty popular when they walk around. If you go into the exhibition halls, you will see anything from 70 horsepower tractors. Campies have got a fairway brush that's like 25 feet wide. That's their brand new product, down to seeds, that are a couple of mil across.
Mini granular fertilizer.
Mini granular fertilizer. One of our exhibitors this week, ICL, is debuting a new biodegradable control release fertilizer, which is going to be game changing. They reckon in 3 or 4 years you'll have to use that sort of stuff. So everything, the sort of thing that you like, Bledge, the technology, moisture meters and all this, and drones and whatever in there, but equally tractors, mowers, fertilizers, service providers. What that does is it creates a hub. So we will have this year over 5,000 people come and visit. We've got, as of today, 350 registered from overseas. We'll have about 1,000 exhibitors in there showing their wares. We'll have over 1,100 people doing paid for education. So we have run a 4-day education program. Started Sunday, yesterday for me now, finishes Wednesday. The exhibition's Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. We'll put on 20 seminars the next couple of days that are free to attend, around 150 each. So we might have another 1,000 or so. We'll take advantage of that. It's our gateway drug to education. People come for the first time, sit in a free seminar, get their kind of flames lit about education in the future. Some come and just spend a few hours, look at the machinery and equipment and go. Some are here from Saturday through Thursday, and it's their absolute. I've talked to greenkeepers who say they look forward to this more than Christmas. It's just a really big thing.
That's me.
Yeah.
And I think location as well is a big thing, because we could move it to London or Birmingham or whatever, but people, well, speaking on behalf of myself and the people I know, we love to come to Harrogate because it's Harrogate. It's easier to get to now that I'm in Liverpool than it was before, but we still would go. Middle, slap bang in the middle of the country, is it pretty much?
I think if you look at the mainland, England, Scotland, Wales, we're pretty much near the centre. It's not the easiest place to get to, but it is pretty central. But I've been to, and it's not the best thing in the world, I've been to nearly every sort of decent convention centre in the country, and this is the only one where you have that combination of the convention centre in the middle of the town. You park your car when you arrive. If you arrive by car, you arrive by train. You never need it again. You can walk to every restaurant, every bar, every hotel. You can walk. We're sat outside the Majestic Hotel where the conference is taking place. There are other events taking place all around town, and it's just unique. You don't get that at the XL Arena, at the NEC, at the Manchester Convention Centre, these kind of places, Manchester Central now. So it works. The convention centre is a little quirky and unusual in places. It's been there a long, long time, but we make it work. My team have found ways of delivering this event in a way that keeps bringing people like yourself back. So and Sam for the first time.
I think usually when I'm always getting a lift back or driving back on the Thursday morning, I usually always text you every year saying, "Well done, Jim and team," because I really do think it's a great thing for our industry, and you smash it every year. It was difficult through COVID times, and the decision whether to put it on in March or not, and it was kind of maybe I always felt sorry for you because it was damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I'm glad you did, and we all are actually. And I'm a big BIGGA fan, and try my hardest to do talks at BIGGA and support them, whether it be a magazine. But I think you should be proud of all the work that you've done here, and it's grown.
Really proud. That's the word that probably I have most through this week. Walk around proud of a whole bunch of. So first and foremost, I think my team, and you'll say the same thing. I'm hoping on July the 20th-ish this year when you finish the Open Championship, and all the very best of luck with that. And I know you don't need luck, but you don't want a load of bad luck either. So let's get the good luck coming your way. But you'll be proud of your team, and they do an incredible job. But a lot of other people. So our exhibitor base are incredible. 120 odd companies coming. They're in there now building their stands, trying to make their products look the sexiest they can be. They're trying to attract your attention. They come and they support it. They take you guys to dinner. They'll buy you a drink, whether it's a beer or a coffee, and they really get into the spirit of it. One of the things that I was sort of most proud of when I first got the chance to run this event and get my hands on it, which I loved, was as I spoke to people, exhibitor, delegate, visitor, speaker, anybody, they all loved Harrogate, and we kind of stopped saying it. We stopped saying what a great week that is. We were kind of knocking it down, saying this is it's. So let's just try and celebrate it and enjoy it, and everyone loves it. And then the last 3 months, everybody I've seen, Syrian Harrogate can't wait. Syrian Harrogate can't wait. Our numbers are going to be through the roof this week. It's brilliant. And a stat for you, Sam. I think you'll like the data here. I think if the next 2 days go to plan, we'll do about 8,000 hours of education across the 4 days of the event. That works out with my maths, somewhere near 3 hours for every golf club in the UK. It is, without question, the most influential event on the golf industry year on year, on the way the golf industry is run. The Open Championship, is the Open Championship. It's the most incredible event, my favourite there is. Ryder Cup this year we can look forward to. Just been hearing superintendent from there, Lara, talking about that just a couple of hours ago. But in terms of what makes a difference to the golf courses you'll play this year, and I know you like to play the game, this is the event that makes it happen. And if you add on to that 8,000 hours, the 80,000 hours of turf talk, which Bledge and all his colleagues will do tonight and tomorrow night and in the day and whatever else it is, it's just a huge thing. As I say, people arrive with the weight in the world on their shoulders and they leave kind of buoyed up and ready to go and attack the year. It's a great time of year for that.
I always found going back to work where you can have like a new zest for it. Can you come and have ideas or see a certain machine that you really fancy? Probably our greens chairmans hate when we come here because we go back wanting something else. But
what's really nice now is that we're seeing increasing numbers of Greens chairmen attending, or Greens conveners, as they'd say in Scotland, attending the event with their course manager. We see lots of general managers and club owners here, and not just looking at machinery or products or services, but actually having a good time as well. Enjoying it, networking with their own peers. We've got yourself, Sam, the European Institute of Golf Course Architects have got a stand here. They've got architects on there every day. We see lots of architects walking around. A lot of our exhibitors love architects because when a golf course is particularly if it's being built from scratch, but even big renovations, that's equipment, that's product, that's stuff. They love the architects are really big fish for us here. So there's a drinks reception tomorrow night with the architects.
But also it's important, for when we're doing master planning and it's not just about the golf holes, it's about the estate and the irrigation and the a reservoir, and if you can put all of these things together, and then that comes back to education. How can you get sort of sustainable energy harvesting onto golf courses? And there's so much that can be done going forward. Now the technology is there, but that requires education and it requires talking to the right people, and that's what I'm excited for, to be able to see these things, because there are always going to be ideas. Just as Bledge can put new ideas into Hoylake, we can put new ideas, I hope, into the plans all over the place.
And hopefully when you get a chance to look around the show tomorrow, you'll see we've got a couple of new things this year. We try and improve the visitor experience year on year. So our sustainability zone this year, we're taking a really big slice of hall number 5, and we've got 5 separate kind of hubs within the sustainability zone. So a member of our team, James Hutchinson, who's in my opinion the leading ecologist in the golf industry, he and Dr. Marie Aythorne from the RNA RSPB project will discuss ecology, sustainability. We've got water management, Junior Brown, who's an unbelievable expert on water management. We've got the GEO helping us on carbon management, the carbon cycle, a massive thing in this next few years for golf. We've got to get ahead around carbon, battery technology, carbon sequestration, moving to net zero, and even better. I think golf clubs can be positive eventually on this if we get it right. Agronomy, where does agronomy fit in? There's a big challenge for you working with the RNA this year on the golf course. You need to lead by showing that you're managing Royal Liverpool Hoy Lake in a sustainable agronomic manner. Our friends from the RNA are going to help us with that area, and then also the kind of recognition of sustainable work, because increasingly the society that we live in is now asking questions about the sustainable journey that any product they consume has been on, whether it's your fair trade cup of tea, whether it's a red tractor item. I think people are going to start saying, this golf course I'm going to play, tell me about this. Is this a sustainable thing? And we believe that the golf industry can be in fact, the RNA, I think, have pretty much got the research now to show that golf is good for the environment. It's a big, bold statement, but as a whole, it's good for the environment. And we want to be able to have that message, because I think if you went out and asked the general public who aren't golfers, stand outside our convention centre and ask a Harrogate passerby, what do you think golf does for the environment? They'd say, you spray chemicals and fertiliser over water, whatever, because they've seen American golf on the telly. It's bright green, and that isn't the real world. So that's big for us, sustainability. Then we've got some autonomous machinery demo areas. Someone like Bledge will geek out over that. We've got some interesting bits of kit just moving around. Loads of the companies have got GPS stuff happening. But the other thing, so we're a members association. So at the heart of all this is why do we run BTME? We run BTME to get our members together and to provide our members with some kind of value. So there's the educational value, there's the support and that, but there's also, can we make our members' lives better one way or another? So there's so many different routes to that. I've just come from doing a presentation about HR and workplace culture. Can we have, can the workplace be better for Greenkeepers? But on our stand this week, we've got skin cancer, hearing, we've got HR and health and safety, we've got Perennial, incredible charity that support anybody who works in the horticulture sector who's having a tough time. We've got mental health advice as well. But we've got all of our team who are experts in various elements of the business, as well as people like Bledge and experts in it, just to as I say, to solve these problems. So members leave this week feeling more confident about the job they're doing or about their own personal health. We had a all-day course yesterday on mindfulness, and the guys kind of floated out of the room when they'd finished. They'd walked out. A guy called Paul McCormick, known as the Mindful Super on Twitter, just loved it, and they just guys going away. This is it's a tough job. All of our jobs are tough nowadays. Nothing's easy.
The variation you've got from in the educations as well as the shop floor is insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cover every single aspect.
Yeah. And some that you've never even thought of. Every year I look at the programme that either Sammy previously or now my colleague Deb Burnett puts together and go, what topic is that? The headline at this morning conference, the title of the first session was "Be the Milk." I still don't know what that means. I wasn't able to attend it, but apparently it's incredible, And this is a guy, former school teacher, big motivational speaker. Apparently it was brilliant. I don't know what he had to say because I wasn't able to attend, but apparently it was fantastic,
And finally, because we know you're a busy man, we're really lucky to have your time just now. But where do you see BTME going in the future? How do you see it going on?
So I think when this started, it was an exhibition only, and then gradually over time we started to add extra elements in. So whether it was involving just bigger activity in things, and then eventually education came along with some free seminars. Those days we called them fringe seminars. We were asking an exhibitor to do something about their product, but call it education. And over time, that's changed and changed and changed. And uniquely amongst other events in our sector, the land-based sector and turf care sector in the UK, the conference and the exhibition are now really symbiotic. The quality of delegate that comes and is prepared to pay and spend time on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in education is just the visitor that the exhibitor wants to see. They like the other guys as well coming in to have a look around, so that's absolutely fine. But when and if Bledge stops doing podcasts and goes and has a look around the show, big fish in town. Everyone knows what's going on. And I think over time, and I don't think it will be dramatic. We've seen the scale of the conference and the value of the conference gradually grow. And the exhibition has shrunk a little over the years. Not a lot, actually. I'd say we're maybe 10 or 15% down in the last 15 years or so in terms of number of exhibitors and space. But you've seen that shift. So I think if we look long term, look, 10, 20 years, eventually this event may well sort of become dominated by the conference with an exhibition to the side. But right now the two work together really well. And I'd say we've got a good 5 years or so of expecting that to be the case, because everybody wins currently. It's a win-win event, to use a horrible cliche.
Well, we hope when this podcast comes out that anybody in Greenkeeper listens to it that has never been before, maybe has a little bit of a want to come along, and I would certainly recommend it. And I'm excited for Sam being his first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do a catch up after.
We'll do a roundup. Yep. Our favourite guests.
Well, I always at these time, as an outsider, Sam, and you're an insider now, but as an outsider to the real turf trade, I think my second event, so what would have been 2013 or so. My wife came along. She'd heard so much about it; it was such a big deal to me, and I told her about this big exhibition that we did. And before I met her, she spent 2 or 3 years working in the printing industry, selling printing machines, which are all 5 times the size of the Badger set as you describe in it. And she arrived and she walked around the show in about 35 minutes and kind of went, "Is that it?" And I went, "Oh, okay, that's fine. That's context in a nutshell." Whereas, Bledge here could be here for a week and we'll have to throw him out when it's done because it's in the eye of the beholder. I hope you enjoy it. I know you will. You'll find some stuff that's interesting, but not every stand will get you going.
Street, to be honest, Jim.
Yeah, that's why he's a Badger.
Oh, it's definitely a Badger place. Yeah, it's definitely.
I missed a whole hall last year because people were like, "Did you see that stand?" And I was like, "I've got no idea what you're talking about." And when they described what it was, I missed the entire hall. I was just wandering about.
Well, we've numbered them 1 to 6 this year, so you can count, right?
I'll write on my hand.
If you start in 1, just keep going until you get to 6. Yeah.
I know. Oh, God.
One of the entrances though comes in between 3 and 4. It's a real test. Can you go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3? But we hope everyone gets round.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can spend some time with you, Sam, on it, and talk you through the stuff, because it's good. And watch me people try to sell me everything because I'm just so gullible for a lot of stuff. I end up getting signed up for everything. Yeah.
Well, with my former Harrogate Green Committee hat on, I'll keep you on the
keep
your eyes looking forward.
I'm glad he said former. Oh dear. No, the Greens Committee is what it is, and it's something that we try and work with as close as we can, even former members of that. So yeah, as long as your heart's in the right place, we're pretty good.
Good. Well, thanks very much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy it. So yeah, look forward to hearing it when it comes out.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you
this week.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. And the same to you guys. I don't know how often I'll see you between now and July. I'm assuming that the Hoylake Open matters a lot to you.
We're going to get you up, though, to Hoylake for,
I'm definitely there. But I loved 06, the hottest I've ever been at a golf tournament. I love 14. At one point, I think probably the wettest I've been at a golf tournament. And let's see what 2023 brings you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.